All right. Yeah, it's working this time. 815th time trying this. Finally got my microphone working. Unbelievable. You are looking live at Sold Out MetLife Stadium, where today the 16-0 and playoff-bound New York Giants will be taking on the 0-16 Philadelphia Eagles. And why are the Philadelphia Eagles 0-16? Because they sucked. They lost the Super Bowl because they sucked. They choked in the Super Bowl because they suck. The Philadelphia Eagles suck. And welcome to the Gridiron. Anybody out there? Is anybody out there at all is going to spend a little bit of time with me here this evening? I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Or if anybody's going to watch any part of the replay of this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm good now that my microphone's working. I had to try it 6 times, and finally I got my microphone working. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight, shoot my mouth off for about 30 minutes. If anybody got anything to say, please feel free. Fire away. Throw in the chat box. I usually try to check on the chat box like every 5 or 10 minutes or so. So if I see something in there, as soon as I see something in there, I try to respond to it as fast as I can. So please feel free. Fire away. Throw in the chat box. Plus, instead of me just like rambling on for 30 minutes, right, it's nice to talk to another Giant fan sometimes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you. If you want to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. In the description box below, there's a top link. It takes you to my membership page, okay? I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon. Second membership level is called the Lawrence Taylor. And the third membership level is called the Gridiron. Each one's got their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. And I thank you in advance. Thank you. If you're subscribed to my channel, once again, thank you. If you're not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. That way, next time I go live or put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? But if you're subscribed to my channel, thank you. I say I could use all the support I could get. And finally, right, in the description box below, there's 2 links. There's 2 Facebook links, okay? The top one, what do we got? Takes you to my Facebook group, okay? It's called the New York Giants of Gridiron, and I say this in all of them, okay? My Facebook, the group, okay? And the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. It's all called the same thing. YouTube, it's called the New York Giants of Gridiron. That way a moron like me, okay, I can even remember, okay, what then it's not, what's the group called, what's the page called, it's all called the same thing, okay? There's over 3,200 members we got, okay, in the group right now. Really, really doing good. And the thing is not only do I post stuff, and I try to get like at least 10 things in there every day, okay, in the group, okay. But not only do I post stuff in there as well, okay, the members post stuff in there as well as too, okay. So there's a ton of stuff going, whether it's a post, a picture, a video, something making fun of the Eagles or the Cowboys or whatever, a ton of stuff going in there every day. Usually once I'm done with the going live here, I'll spend probably the next 2 hours or so putting stuff up in the group and in the page, okay? And speaking of the page, the second Facebook link, okay, takes you to my page, okay? It's Facebook page. It's called the New York Giants of Gridiron, but it's a page, okay? I'm the administrator. I'm the only one who posts anything in there, but, it's the same thing. What do we got? We have over 1,200 people who like it. We have over 4,700 people who are following it. So it's really, really doing good. Okay. And it's the same thing here. I try to get like at least 10 things in here every day if I can. What's a post, a picture, a video, something making fun of the Cowboys or the Eagles. I try to get it in every day. Now, and I don't commingle. So basically, whatever, for the most part, whatever I put in the page, I don't put in the group. I just try to keep them different. Okay. So I try to keep just try to keep it different. Okay. But, I said, if you go to the page and you like it and you follow it and you go to the group and you become a member, you get a ton of New York Giants information every day. And like I say all the time, all right, if you go to the group and you become a member, if you go to the page and you like it and you follow it, if for any reason you're not completely satisfied, you get your money back, guaranteed. All right, well, all that stuff said and done and out of the way with. for like in the afternoon, they had this. I don't know who leaked the schedule out, and it really wasn't wrong. It was. I mean, we were playing Washington, okay, but initially, okay, they had it where the Giants were playing Washington, I guess on October 22nd, I guess initially or somewhere, somebody came up with whatever. They leaked it out that we were playing them on the road, which would have gave the Giants 7 out of the first 10 games on the road, which would have been historically historic, which would have been historically horrible, tough, and all that. But that's not the case. Okay, we do have 7 of the first 11 on the road. Yes, we do. So I mean, that's it's not easy. Okay, but I mean, it's what was first initially. Okay, is that I mean, I still there's still a couple web pages up there that say talking about the Giants' historically difficult schedule and all this, and it's like they're up there, still up there. I don't know why it's not right. I mean, because they got the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I mean, after the Cowboys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After the Cowboy game, 7 of the next 10 are on the road. You could look at it like that, but the first game is at home, but that's not what all I'm seeing is, I keep seeing this, Giants historically difficult schedule. It's not easy. Let's be fair. It's not easy, but historically unbelievable. Nobody in the history since bye week, since 1990. Okay. Nobody has ever been asked to start the season with 7 of the first 10 games on the road. It's unbelievable. And that's not true. It's just not true. You got the Cowboys. I mean, the first, whatever you want to say, the first 11 games, we got 4 home games. We got the Cowboys, we got the Seahawks, and we got back-to-back, right? We got the Washington Commanders, and then we got the Jets, and we have 3 more road games. Then we got the Raiders, the Cowboys, and the Commanders. So by week 11, okay, we'll have 7 road games, and we had 4 games at home. Okay. Then we got like 2, 2, and 2. And we got 2 home games, 2 road games, and 2 on the road. But so whoever, I don't know, leaked the schedule or whatever, I don't know where they came up with that, first. I mean, it's just not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So apparently, whoever leaked the schedule got it screwed up or whatever, had the Washington Commander games backwards. Okay. For whoever leaked the schedule out, or, and everybody's, including me, I took screenshots and I put them up in the group and all of that stuff. Historically difficult. I saw a couple of articles, historically difficult. And all. So whoever, leaked it out, I mean, they switched the Commander games, right? Apparently, whoever got the leaked the schedule out that was wrong, they had the Commander game on October 22nd was a road game. It's a home game. And the ones that they leaked it out, apparently, I guess the November 19th game against the Commanders, apparently they had that as a home game. Well, it's a road game. So they're backwards. Okay. So, because if you look at the article, it says, the Giants, basically, right, would have a home game, then the 2 road games against the Cardinals and the 49ers, and then we got the Monday night game against the Seahawks. Okay, then we would have 3 road games. Okay, according to that that article, we would have, according to the article, which was wrong, they would have us going against the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Commanders all on the road. Then we would have a home game against the Jets. Then we would have 2 more road games against the Raiders and the Cowboys, and that would give you 7 of the first 10, because whoever leaked it out had us have the Cowboys in the first 10 games, had the Cowboys, the Seahawks, and the Jets as our only home games. And then we would have 7 road games. Okay, but that's not true. That's not the case. Okay. In the first 10 games, we have 4 at home, 6 on the road. The 6 on the road are the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Raiders, and the Cowboys. Okay. And the 4 at home, Commanders, Jets, Seahawks, Cowboys. Now, as I said, 7 of the first 11 are on the road. Now, I don't know, if that's happened before. Maybe it has. I don't know. If anybody's looked back that far or whatever, I don't know. But 7 of the first 11 are on the road. Yes, they are. Okay. But as far as the first 10 games, 6 of the first 10 are on the road. So, nothing, as I said, 7 of the first 11 is still bad. That's, but it is what it is. But as I said, if you want to look at it toward the end, right? So we got, out of the last 6 games, 4 of them at home, and we got a bye week in there, right? So, and then we got, then you look, 2 of them are going to be against the Eagles, so that's going to be tough. Okay, you got the Rams. You're not sure how they're going to be. They were kind of a little bit of a mess last year. They had some injuries. But we got the Patriots, we got the Packers, right? We're not sure how Derek Carr is going to be with the Saints, but we got a bye week in there, So, but whoever leaked the schedule out was wrong. Okay. One thing we do need to do, okay, is we got ourselves some prime time games. Okay. Let me see. We got a Thursday night game. Okay, is against the 49ers. Okay, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the first 6 weeks, we got 2 Sunday night games. Okay. We got the Christmas Day game, which they're calling kind of like a primetime game, I guess. But we got looks like 2 Monday night games. Okay. And they're both at home. We got the Seahawks and we got the Packers. I'm kind of scratching my head on the Packer game. I really don't understand why the Giants and the Packers are playing on Monday night. I don't understand why the Giants are playing Julian. Was it Jordan Love, whoever the quarterback is. If there was the Giants and Aaron Rodgers, okay, maybe now I'm seeing. I can understand that. Yeah. Grab a lot of interest. Absolutely. Sure. Good game. Good selection. Sure. But why Aaron Rodgers ain't the quarterback of the Packers no more? I'm kind of scratching my head there. That one might get flexed out of there. Who knows? But both our Monday night games are at home. So the Seahawks and the Packers. Now, the nice thing, okay, is about the Seahawks game, okay, it's at home. It's going to be tough. The Seahawks will be tough. Okay, I'll tell you, we're going to have a hard time trying to cover their 3, with the Jigba, Lockett, Metcalf. Right? Good thing we got Banks, right? Good thing we got Banks, okay? But the nice thing about that is that's like, we're playing the 49ers, okay, on the Thursday night, right, September 21st. So we have almost 10 days off, 10, 11 days before we got to play that Monday night game. So we got to play Thursday night game, but then the next time we got to play is at night too. It's against the Seahawks at nighttime. So, that might bid well for us. We'll that's almost like a little bit of a bye week right there. Okay, so you kind of maybe got a little bit of, if you want to call it that, a little bit of a bye week early on, and then you got one later on. Okay, so again, because it's a Monday night game, because it's an extra day of rest, so that's cool. But one thing the Giants got to do, without question, they got to get better on the, because I'm just looking here. I'm not exactly sure if this is up to the second or what, but it says the Giants are 26, 48, and 3 on Monday Night Football all time. Okay, We're not very impressive in prime time. Okay. We've had some nice little, we've had some nice games here and there and all and everything, but 26, 48, and 3 on Monday Night Football all time. That's not very impressive. Okay. That's not going to, Yeah, that's not going to get it done. And we're not. Let's see, what do I got here? Thursday night. Okay, and we'll pop it up here. The Giants. I'm having a hard time believing this. We're actually we're 20. Say we're 23-31-1 on Sunday Night Football. Let's see. It says here. Listen, I'm not sure if this is up to including last year exactly what, but 23-30. So we have losing records. So between Sunday night and Monday Night Football. All right, let's see, 23. All right, so we're 47. Right? Is it 47? 23? I'm sorry, 49. Okay. We're 49 and 79. 49 and 79 and 4. 49 and 79. So basically almost 50 and 80, right? So, right, 49 and 79 between Sunday night and Monday Night Football. Not good. I mean, we need to, we need to turn that around, especially because we got 2 Sunday night games and we got 2 Monday night games. So, we need to get better at that. That's for sure. Okay, here. And then, as I said, you also figure, if you look at that, I mean, some tough teams here, very tough teams. But not only that, but the NFC East is tough as well too. Okay, I saw this is from Giants.com. Giants got 5 primetime games, including the opener home game against Dallas, which began a stretch of 4 in the first 6 weeks. A 3-game November road trip and 2 meetings in the final 3 weeks against the Eagles. Other notable nuggets from Dable's second season are an early 2-game West Coast trip, a home game against the Jets, their first visit to Vegas, first trip ever to Vegas, okay, and a late afternoon road game against the Eagles on Christmas Day. The Giants apparently first ever Christmas Day game. Wow, didn't know that. The increased primetime exposure as a result of the Giants' success. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing is that if you're always playing Sunday at 1:00 in the afternoon, you know what that means? You stink. Okay, you really, you stink. Okay, but I mean, with the Giants with the success from last year, okay, yeah. So let's see. 4 of the first 6 games will be on the road. 4 of the first 6 games will be on the road, and the Giants will not play their first Sunday afternoon home game until October 22nd. In the third season since the league adopted 17 NFC teams. Yeah, so this year the NFC will play 8 home games and 9 on the road. Okay, so the AFC will have the extra home game this year. Okay, that's why the Giants will be playing their one extra, the 17th game. They'll be playing the Raiders. Okay, so the AFC is the home game, right? So that's why the Giants will go out and play in the Raiders. Okay, because the Raiders finish in 3rd place in their division. Okay, so that's why the Eagles will be playing the Chiefs. Okay, the Cowboys will be playing the Chargers. Okay, Giants are playing the Raiders, and I guess the Commanders will be playing the Broncos. So the NFC East will face the NFC West and the AFC East. So 2 tough divisions. Okay, tough divisions. You're not see with the NFC West. You're not. I mean, certainly the Rams took a step back last year. I mean, had some injuries and all, so you're not exactly sure what you're going to get. What I'm hearing, Kyler Murray may not even be back for the Giants game, which is early on. Now, if the Giants were to play the Cardinals like toward the end of or the middle of the season or so coming up, Murray might be there. But apparently he may not be there, may not be ready. Giants may not even be facing him. So we'll have to wait and see. We might be facing whoever their backup is. I'm not exactly sure who that is. Let's see here. Because the Giants finished 3rd in division, the Giants will host the 3rd place team in the NFC North, which would be the Green Bay Packers. Okay, because the Minnesota Vikings were in 1st place. Okay, so once again, the Eagles will be playing the Vikings. All right. Cowboys will be playing the Lions. Okay, Giants will be facing the Green Bay Packers. Okay, and the Giants will visit the 3rd place team in the NFC South, which would be the Saints, and the AFC. And then they'll play the team in the AFC West, which would be the Raiders. Okay, it's the extra game. In addition to the home and home series with the NFC East rival Cowboys, Eagles, and Commanders. The Giants will also host the Rams, the Seahawks, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Packers. They will play road games against the Cardinals, 49ers, Bills, Dolphins, Saints, and Raiders. Giants will begin, this will be their 99th season. Next season, 2024, will be their 100th season of actual playing because they started in 1925. Okay. Who knew? Their 14-0 loss to the Portsmouth Spartans, right? First game ever, first official game ever. 14-0. Actually took them 4 games to score a touchdown. they was it the Cleveland Bulldogs? I think they beat 19-0. That was their first game. They finally scored 3 touchdowns in their 4th game in existence. But they got shut out in their first 3 games. They got shut out twice, and then they lost to, I think, the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets 5-3. I think it was. So it took the Giants 4 games to score an actual touchdown, right? But who knew, right? 14-0 to the Portsmouth Spartans in 1925. So next season will be their 100th season of playing football. Freaking amazing. Okay. Let's see here. It will be their 7th opener against the Cowboys in the last 12 seasons, but the first one since 2019, and just their second home. They began the 2012 season at MetLife Stadium versus the Cowboys. Okay. After the opener, the Giants will play 4 of the next 5 games on the road, including the 2 within 5 days in the Pacific time zone. They will visit Arizona Cardinals on Sunday, September 17th, and stay out west before visiting the 49ers. Yes, I mean, they're going to play 2. I mean, that would just be stone cold crazy for them to come back here. I mean, because best to go out there and get acclimated to the time zone difference as well. So you don't want to go out there, play a game, come back here 2 days later, fly back. That would be absolutely crazy. Go out there and get acclimated to that. That'll help you, especially playing against the 49ers. So the Giants will return home to play their 3rd night game in first 4 weeks when they host the Seattle Seahawks on Monday night. I mean, I'm saying, how crazy is this? I mean, the Giants all of a sudden becoming really popular. Okay. I mean, because they got the Cowboys, right? Then they got the Cardinals, right? Then they got another night game against the 49ers. Then they come home, they play a night game against the Seahawks. 3 out of the first 4 games, right? Nighttime. Well, I mean, the guys are Giants. I mean, Dable's like a rock star, right? Let's see. The travel in the first 3 weeks. Let's see here. Oh, okay. They'll be traveling the first 3 weeks of November. The first 3-game road trip since 2009 will begin on Sunday, November 5th versus the Raiders. And they continue a week later, rematch against the Cowboys. Both games are at 4:25. The Giants will play a 2nd consecutive division road game when they face the Commanders on November 19th. So, they got 3 road games in a row, right? So that's tough. Then it's the Giants will conclude Thanksgiving weekend by hosting the Patriots on Sunday, November 26th at 1:00. That will be followed by the Giants bye in week 13. And the Giants' latest bye, that was the latest the Giants bye since 2001, when the Giants also had week 13 off. Okay, so they do have a late bye, which can be beneficial, right? The break will extend an extra day because the Giants won't return to the field until Monday night, December 11th, when they host the Green Bay Packers. So if you look at that, I mean, the Giants, they get a little bit of a break, because if you figure they're playing. I mean, they got the bye, okay? Then after the bye, they're not coming back until Monday night. They're not playing like the next Sunday after their bye at 1:00. They're playing Monday night. So, they got a decent amount of time off there, right? So that'll be a nice for them, okay? See, once again, at home Monday night game will be followed by a trip south for a game against the Saints at 1:00. Giants will play their 2nd Monday game in 2 weeks and a 3rd of the season when they face the Eagles, right? Though they have played 7 times on December 24th and 6 times on December 26th. Apparently the Giants this will be their debut. Okay. Wow. Christmas, they've never played on Christmas Day. Interesting. After playing 9 of the first 15 games on the road, the Giants will end the season with a pair of home games. They will host the Rams on December 31st, which, New Year's Eve, right? And the Eagles on January 6th or 7th. So that one could be, that one could be flexed. That could possibly mean, I don't want to, hate to speculate, but, maybe for a division, maybe for a playoff, who knows? That one could be flexed, right? Because it says, it's nothing's written in stone. It says, it's got week 18, right, against the Eagles, date and time to be, so you're not exactly sure, right? Not exactly sure, what day that one's going to wind up being. But then you also look at, too, that, in the preseason, they're not playing the Patriots. Now, I'm not exactly sure if it's because they got to play the Patriots in the regular season. Even when they used to play the Patriots in the regular season, they still played them in the preseason. So I'm not exactly sure. But they're going to play Carolina. They're going to play the Lions. Okay. I'd have to go back and look when the last time they played the Lions in preseason. Okay. Then, of course, they're going to play the Jets. Right. But so there's no Patriot preseason game this year. Okay. So, but, but as I said, everybody's all the schedules are tough. If we look here, I got to pop it up here. I got 312. Let's see now. That's that. I had them up here. Okay, here we go. Cowboys. Oh, all right, let's go with the Eagles here. Now, as I said, let's not forget. The Eagles. The Eagles are, because they won a division. They got a tough schedule. they're going to play the Vikings. Vikings should be just as good, right? Because they got Addison, right? Right. So they got Jefferson and Addison out there, right? And they probably still have Cook, got Cousins there. I'm not sure how they're going to do with their defense, but they'll be tough, right? But let's see. Then they got to play. Okay, then they did get a little lucky because Tampa Bay won the division, but Tampa Bay's so the Eagles are playing the first place team in the NFC South, which is Tampa Bay, but it's not nothing special because Tom Brady's not there anymore, right? But as I said, but obviously then they got to play. They got to play the Jets. They got to play the Dolphins. Let's see here. When are they playing? So the Cowboys. Yeah, everything's kind of spaced out. They got to play the Commanders 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks later. They got to play the Commanders again. Then they're playing the Cowboys, and then 4 weeks later they're playing the Cowboys again. Right? Let's see here. How are they gonna? Let's see. Oh, they got to play. I'll tell you what, guys. Talking about a brutal schedule. Talking about a brutal. Okay, check out the run of teams right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not even going to put the Giants in there. Giants haven't beaten the Eagles in 300 years. Sorry, but check out this 6-game stretch for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's not in the beginning. It's kind of middle week. It's week 11. I'm sorry, my bad. It's week 9. Then they have a bye week. Okay, so it's week 9 to week 15. But check out these 6 teams. Okay, they got to play. They got to host the Cowboys. Okay, all right. Cowboys. They're going to be tough. Very, very, very tough game. Then the Eagles have a bye week. Okay, comes at week 10, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Week 10, a little more than halfway through the season. That's not bad at all. Okay. Get a little healthy and give yourself that nice playoff push. That's not bad. I'm not a big fan of week 4 bye weeks. Whoopee. What I mean? Yeah, we'll get our guys nice and fresh for the final 558 games of the season. That doesn't, But as I said, you look at, they're gonna play the Cowboys. Then they said then the bye. All right. Then they're playing at Kansas City. Then Buffalo comes to Philadelphia. Then the 49ers come to Philadelphia. Then they got to go back out and they got to play in Dallas. Then they got to go out and they got to play in Seattle. Okay. And then you can look at it like that too. And then, then the Giants come to town, right? That's a brutal stretch right there. I mean, the Cowboys made the playoffs, the Chiefs, the Bills, the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks, and then the Giants, right? So they got to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got to play 7 games in a row with teams that made the playoffs, all right? But, I mean, that stretch is 6 games right there for the Eagles. That's freaking brutal. Really, really brutal. So, they got a heck of a. Now, with the Eagles, all right, you look kind of like early on, right? Early on with the Eagles, they got to play the Patriots, right? They got to play Tampa Bay. They got to play the Rams. You're not sure what you're going to get with the Rams. They got to play the Dolphins and the Jets, okay? And then they got to play the Commanders again, right? So they got to play the Commanders twice with the Buccaneers with no Tom Brady. They got to play the Patriots, the Rams. Not sure. I mean, the beginning of the schedule for the Eagles is, I don't want to say soft, but, it's a little more favorable, obviously, for them. But I'm saying, that's a brutal 6-game stretch right there for the Eagles. That is tough. Okay. I mean, if the Eagles come out of that one, out of those 6 games, like 5-1 or something like that, you tip your cap to them, man. I'll tell you freaking what. All right. So then what the hell we got here with these Cowgirls here? Well, they're playing back-to-back games. Okay. They're opening up against both their games. I'm sorry. They're playing back-to-back. Okay, against the Giants and the Jets. Okay, then they got the Cardinals, the Patriots, but then they got to play the 49ers. All right, it's going to be a tough one at Levi Stadium. That's going to be a tough one. What we got? Then they got to play the Chargers, then the Rams, then they got to play the Eagles and the Giants. Then they got to play the Panthers, because the Panthers wind up, I guess, in second place in the South. Then they got to play the Commanders again. Then they got to play the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Lions, and the Commanders. So, I mean, they got a nice – the Commanders usually give them a tough run for the money, right? But, I mean, they got the Seahawks, they got the Eagles, they got the Bills, they got the Dolphins, and they got the Lions, right? So that's that's a tough 5-game stretch right there for them, okay? And I said, and they got to play, okay, they have to play the Chargers. They got to go out to play in Los Angeles and play the Chargers, and that's back to back. They're playing in Sam. I guess they might. I don't know if they're going to stay out there. I'm not exactly sure because they're from in Dallas, but they got to play the 49ers on Sunday, and then the following Monday night they got to play the Chargers. That's a back to back tough ones. Okay, and I said then they got to play the Eagles and then the Giants again. Okay. Then they play the Panthers, right? But then, like I said, the Commanders, and the Commanders usually play them tough. Then the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Lions, and the Commanders again. That's not easy, okay? That's not easy. I said, I said with the Cowboys and Eagles last year, they both remained relatively healthy. I mean, the Eagles were really, really healthy, okay? But with some of those stretches there, if one of those teams starts getting injured and they got to start bringing in a bunch of backups, I tell you what, their season can end really, really quickly. Okay, so they got some tough games there. Okay, now let's look at Washington. Now remember, Washington was in 4th place. All right, so they're playing. So they got to play the Broncos. They got to play the Falcons. Right. Let's see. Let's see the Broncos. Let's see. Where we had. The Bears, right? Did they right the ship? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I said the Falcons, the Bears, so they got a little bit of an easier schedule. Okay. Let's see. They start off against the Cardinals, then the Broncos. Okay, but then then they got Buffalo, and then they got the Eagles, then they got the Bears and the Falcons, then they got the Giants and the Eagles, then they got the Patriots, and they got the Seahawks and the Giants, and then the Cowboys and the Dolphins. Okay, so if you look with the Commanders, okay, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they got a bye week. They got a late bye week, week 14. So that's pretty good for them. That's pretty good for them. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Let me count here. 8. Yeah. 7 of the last 8 games for the Commanders looking kind of tough. They got to play in Seattle. Then they're home against the Giants. I'm certainly not saying the Giants are going to beat them. just going to say, whatever, for the most part, the Giants are going to give them a good run for the money. Okay. That's going to be a tough game. Right? But I said, the Commanders are in Seattle, home against the Giants, in Dallas, home against the Dolphins. Okay. If Tua can make it through the season healthy. All right. Then they got their bye week. Okay. Then they got the Rams. Okay. So you don't know what you're going to get with the Rams. You don't know. But they got to play in Los Angeles. Okay. Then they have to play in New York against the Jets. Then they got to play the 49ers at home. Okay. And then they got to finish the season up against the Cowboys. And that's always to be determined, because basically you're going to play the Commanders and the Cowboys and the Giants and Eagles. Those games are probably going to be played at the same time. Probably. I mean, unless one of them gets flexed to the Sunday night or something, who knows? Okay. But, so the Commanders got a tough, actually, I mean, from October 22nd on, they got a tough schedule. I mean, they got to play the Giants, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Jets, the 49ers, the Cowboys. So, for the Commanders, they got a little break early on. Right? In the first 9 weeks, they got to play the Patriots, okay, the Falcons, the Bears, they got to play the Broncos, and they got to play the Cardinals. So they got some game early on. But I'll tell you what, from like week 7 on, they got a lot of tough games. Okay. So it's just not the Giants. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't the Giants. The Giants, just historically tough. And I said, I don't know, whoever leaked that schedule out, wrong. Okay. Apparently, whatever they had the Giants. The first game that the Giants were playing against the Commanders, they must have had it where that was a road game. Well, that's not a road game. It's a home game. So you keep seeing these historically difficult schedule for the Giants. Well, that's wrong. Okay, the Giants, 7 of the first 11 are on the road. That's 7 of 10. 7 of 11 are on the road. Okay, so, but I mean, I said, you look at it. I mean, the Giant, it is what it is. I mean, the Giants got some tough games. All the teams got tough games. The Giants got a couple tough stretches in there. All of it. If you saw it, I just went over all of those teams. The Commanders, the Cowboys, and Eagles. The Eagles had that freaking 5-6 game stretch right there where you're playing like almost first place teams one after the other. That's a brutal stretch, especially because now it's not in the beginning of seasons. It's toward the middle, toward the end of the season, whatever. I'm saying the Eagles get a little banged up. And they go to that stretch. I mean, they can easily be like 3-3 or 2-4 in that stretch if they get banged up, right? Which is something that didn't happen to them last year. So, I mean, just because the Giants might look like they might have historically tough or this or that, the other, it is what it is, right? It works its way out, right? They play a bunch of road games early on. It means they're going to get a bunch of home games at home. Home games at home. No kidding. Home games later on. Okay. Now, just remember. All right. The Giants got 8 home games. Everybody else in the NFC East has got 8 home games. So the Giants got 8. Everybody else, Giants got 9 on the road. Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders all got 9 on the road. Right. It is what it is. Okay. As I said, the Eagles have a little more difficult schedule because they're playing first place team. They got to play the Vikings. They got to play and they got to play the Chiefs, right? So I mean, they get it tough. Right? But so the Giants. Man, it's gonna be fun. Can hardly wait, right? But I don't know, because I was talking last night when I had that. I seen some articles and stuff like that, and I just started like reading them all, and like I was doing my video last night. I'm like, man, unbelievable schedule. I'm like reading them and it just kept saying historically tough. They got 7 of the first 10 on the road. I'm looking at their actual schedule. I mean, somebody leaked something out that was wrong. And I'm counting. I'm like, that's not 7 of 10. That's 6 of their first 10 are on the road. They got 4 home games, right? So whoever leaked it out was wrong. It's not the end of the world. And I mean, it's a tough schedule. But once again, as I said, all the teams in the NFC have tough schedules, right? They all are going to have tough, stretches, right? And it's going to be fun. I mean, toward the end of the season, Giants and Eagles 2 times in the final 3 weeks of the season could be, could mean playoff implications for one, could mean division title for another. So once again, it's going to be the NFC East looks like a beast once again. I can hardly wait for it to get started. But it's been almost 30, 58, 59. Boom. 40 minutes, guys. 40 minutes. Anybody spent any time at all? I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Or if anybody spends any time watching a replay this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. I can use all the support I can get, guys. Thank you. And as always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.